gonna be honest with you, bro. It's not looking good for old Shannon Sharpe. Why? Evidence after evidence keep coming out. Like it's easy to say this evidence was doctored, but come on, nigga, you saying things like big black man chokes out little small white woman. You know what I mean, bro? This ain't looking good. Las Vegas looking into it. Shannon Sharpe might actually end up going to prison, fam. Let's get into the content.
Well, you're coming to LA tomorrow?
Yes.
Well, I don't know why you want to go out.
Don't worry about it, Gabby.
Well, okay.
Okay, what?
Well, I'm not really interested in getting choked, so I guess we're going.
Yeah. I might choke you in public. Big black guy chokes small white woman.
It's not a good look, Shannon.
Not a good look that you do with the shit you did to me.
Okay, well...
People with money always have weird fetishes, bro. Always have weird fetishes. I don't know if normal sex is just not enjoyable for them anymore. I don't know if they just want to feel like the boss, like they taking something. You know what I mean? Like they taking something, bro. This man is basically reenacting, if what he's saying is true, he's reenacting sexual assaults, fam. In real time, reenacting sexual assaults. When I heard him say big black man chokes little small white woman, you know what I mean? I was like, bro, what is he doing? You know what I mean? It just don't sound like 54-year-old man talking to a 19-year-old girl like that, bro. Look, that shit sounds sinister, bro. And if that was my daughter, Shannon Sharpe would have had a whole lot of problems, bro. All she had is told me with one voicemail, him talking like that. I don't want to be choked, Shannon. That's not a good look for you. I don't care what's a good look. Big black man, chokes little small white woman. He playing about it. You know what I mean? Come on, bro. It ain't looking good for him. I'm obliged to believe he did everything they saying he did. Now he want to say he didn't had sex with Gabrielle Zuniga over 100 times. Bro, she's scared. He scared her into giving up that snatch. You know what I mean? Giving up that nappy dugout. He scared her. You thinking about a big black man, like he said, this out of his own words. Big black man chokes Lily small white woman. You know, he thinking about this big black dude. And this white woman say she not interested. She don't want no parts of it. Well, you're gonna get interested. You're coming here. Bro, this is a form of, he's scaring her, bro. Let's just put it out there. Intimidation. He's scaring this girl into giving up that snatch. You know what I mean? Didn't want to go out with him. Look, bro, you got your money. You got your fetishes, you got your fantasies. Charleston White done told y'all best, bro. If you want to be that nasty type of nigga, that nasty nigga like that, man, go get you a prostitute, go to a strip club, get you some whores, bro. Don't try to do that shit with the regular people and think it's gonna pass. Not only that, you were dumb enough to tape that shit, fam. You were dumb enough to tape it. Now, unfortunately, it don't matter what it was or what it is. All that matters is what it is at this point. She denied $10 million when she could have got it because the evidence was so damning they knew they had him. She denied $10 million. Now she wants 50. Shannon Sharpe ain't got 100 million. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real, bro. If everything goes like it's gonna go, this man might be broke as hell, and even Cat Williams wouldn't come sit on that couch and talk shit to him. Let's just be honest. Let that be real, bro. Smart, big black man chokes lily white woman. You know what I mean? I got to keep saying that why, cause that one don't sound good, bro. I'm just being honest. I'm just being real. I don't want to be choked, Shannon. Well, you have no choice in the matter. You're gonna be choked. I didn't like the bullshit you did to me. What she do to you, bro? Hit you in your ass. You know, I ain't really say what she stuck a thumb in your ass. Without you knowing what did she do to you, bro? It's gonna make you choke out. You know what I mean? I'll drop it in the comments. And it's not to laugh at it, but this is not a good situation. It's a worse situation to be in right now. Bad, bad, bad for Shannon Sharpe. Like I said, he might be headed to prison, but he will pay that money. He will pay that money on it. And after him, it's gonna be like a domino effect. Domino effect. Once on Tony Busby get his hands on it, everybody gonna be paying that shit straight out the gate, cause he ain't as fugazi as niggas thought. I'm gonna say that. Now when he went at Jay-Z, he just didn't know who Jay was. He didn't know who Jay was at the time. But he know Jay now. And I think if he go at Jay again, he might be able to bring some validity to those statements. Drop it in the comments, dog. Shout out Tony Busby because he finally got him a win. But Shannon Sharpe was a fucking idiot. You being close to the media, bro, how do you think you're gonna get away with this, bro? And Shannon Sharpe ain't the only one. Most of them behind the scenes like this, scattering, trying to cover their tracks, you know what I mean? But them tracks have already been seen, bro. They already on your ass. They already on your bumper, bro. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. Drop it in the comments, man. Scores from the playground. Like, share, subscribe, nigga. Peace.
If they throw it, I'ma catch it to play the game like Tetris. I'm one of a kind rap, people tell me I'm a clip. I've been working 24 hours, summertime to winter. I ain't really at the chill, it gotta be about business.
Kanye West says he should have had kids with Paris Hilton instead of Kim Kardashian.
You know, Kim was Paris Hilton's assistant. I should have had babies with Paris Hilton over Kim Kardashian. You guys say, could you imagine if I had kids with Paris Hilton? How many hotels I have now? You have the whole you get what I'm saying? Think about that. Think about that. The Hilton. You know, the Hilton shit. Yeah. Because I think y'all staying in the Hilton right now. The fucking Edition Hotels is a Hilton. You know what I'm saying? And Paris Hilton had the vision, and then that's what happened. Kim was like the Virgil. Kim was like Paris Hilton's Virgil. And that's what happened. If you like Arnold Schwarzenegger and you have a kid with a nanny, the nanny only power is to take your kids.
Look, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I ain't just here to just be talking. You know what I mean? I ain't just here to be talking. I'm gonna be honest with you and I'm gonna be frank. Kanye was swallowing babies, allegedly, most of his childhood. He shouldn't have been allowed to have any. Look, bro, people that still listen to Kanye West spew these bullshit ass facts, man. Get on to something else. New news. That shit ain't nothing but a headache. Why? You don't know if he capping or if he keeping it real. And if he's keeping it real, he needs to be on a sex offender list. And his cancellation should be immediate. He said he was sucking off his cousin until he was 14. We don't know how old Stevie was. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. Stevie already came out and said it didn't happen. But who wouldn't say that, man? Yeah, who wouldn't say that after 20 years, you taking that shit to the grave? You thought that shit was buried. You thought it was buried. He wasn't sucking you off no more. You know what I mean? You thought y'all were good now. Kanye ain't like that. 20 years later, like Camron say, when nothing is working for this man, now he's just conveniently gay. You know? And everybody wants to know, bro, did Dave Blunt write that line? Was it actually Dave Blunt sucking off his cousin? Because I get that from Dave Blunt, bro, but I ain't never got that from Kanye West. Because look, when you say this, bro, a lot of people don't understand this. When you go to your childhood and you say, this happened, you make your parents look horrible. Yeah, all the respect that a nigga had from Donda, you making that go out the window, bro, within a matter of a couple weeks. Woman been dead and gone for so long, bro, you making that shit go out the window. Now she was a lesbian, beating his ass, had these crazy porn magazines because of the gay shit that made him do sexual molestation to his cousin, bro. The nigga was sucking dick till his mouth get gooey, bro, as a kid. Normal nigga don't say no shit like they say, oh, this is the first time that people actually liking me. They actually agree with something I say, bro. They don't. Look, man, Look, man, this looks bad. This looks very bad for everybody that just like Kanye, like, oh yeah, I used to play house with my cousins too, bro. You are a nasty motherfucker. If you got sense to remember what you was doing at that age, bro, you knew it was wrong. You was a nasty motherfucker. All that old, I'm playing the house with my cousin, playing doctor. Man, get the fuck out of here. You niggas are nasty, man. Yeah, you niggas are nasty. That means your parents didn't raise you right, bro. Point blank, period. They did not instill morals and principles in you. They had people like Kanye sucking off your male cousin, other people. Oh, I agree with him. We were playing house too. That ain't nothing to be proud of, bro. That is incest. I'm gonna tell you again. That ain't nothing to be proud of, that you was hitting your cousin on some nasty Kevin Gates type of shit, bro. That ain't nothing. That ain't nothing to be proud of. It's nasty. It's incest. You are a dirty fucking dog, and you might be worse than Diddy, bro. Yeah, you might be worse than Diddy. And inquiring minds want to know, was this some lover's quarrel that he going through with Jay-Z? Because he keep going at Beyonce. Did you suck Jay off? Did Jay suck you off? And Zella Banks say he did, in fact, suck Jay off. And Jay was like, no homo. She say Trav said no homo. She said Trump said no homo. Drake said, no, thank you. No, I'm not with that shit. You know what I mean? It's homo. I don't know what's to believe on this one, but after Kanye said the shit about gobbling, you know what I mean, being a chicken gobbler, pecker gobbler, I just can't look at him the same, and I question everything that man did over the last 20 years. When he came out and he was wearing the little polo shirts with the little handkerchiefs, bro. My big brother was already telling me, that nigga, yo, zesty. You know what I mean? I didn't want to see it, bro. Everybody thought he would fly. He had the little polo on with the little handkerchief, with the little Urban Outfitter glasses, you know what I mean? It was zesty, bro. It was zesty. And everybody that followed Kanye West, you might have been led astray. Nigga, 16, 17 years ago, I was getting married. You know what I mean? Shit, I've been out of that rat race. But yeah. This is why I don't hang with guys, bro. Guys be fucking guys. You know what I mean? Them best friends that y'all think just, are they inseparable? They were running trains on nigga, bro. They probably was sucking each other off. You know what I mean? Real shit. I got two friends like that. I won't name their names. But if y'all see this video, one of them start with an R, one of them start with a C. You know what I mean? Back in the day, bro, they were whacking off in the same room. Who's to say? And this is some creepy shit, bro. Who's to say when y'all were, one of them was on the bed, one of them was on the floor? Who's to say y'all didn't help each other out, bro? Y'all were in the same room. Niggas just never thought about y'all like that, because, man, them niggas on that freaky shit. But come on, man. It's 2025. We must ask these questions. If your husband, boyfriend, significant other is always with his fucking partner, you know what I mean? That's my friend. I love him, you know what I mean? I love bitch. What's up, bitch? You know what I mean? Bro, they're fucking. Point blank, period. If you hear your man calling his homeboy bitch, his brother bitch, cousin bitch, you know what I mean? Bitch, I love you, bitch. They're fucking, you know what I mean? Point blank, period. It's exactly what it looks like, bro. You got to start believing this shit sometimes, man. You be the fool, not them. I'm just being honest. I'm just being real, bro. Drop it in the comments. Kanye West, think about how many hotels I would have had, bro. Them people would have got rid of your ass a long time ago. Only family you could have got into was a Bianca Censori or a Kim Kardashian. And that's because she started like she was. You know what I mean? Kim Kardashian wouldn't have Kanye West with a 10-foot pole. At this point, bro, she don't want that man, nor does she want him around her kids. It's a reason that the fans are not seeing, bro. Drop it in the comments, man. I'm just being honest. I'm just being real, nigga. Kanye ain't right. Yeah, he ain't right. Drop it in the comments, man. Scars from the playground. Like, share, subscribe, nigga. Peace.
If they thought I'ma catch her to play the game like Tetris, I'm one of a kind rap. People tell me I'm a clip. I've been working 24 hours, summertime to winter. I ain't really at the chill, it gotta be about business.
Shout out Lord Jamar. He is the Paris Hilton. Hobson called him that. The Paris Hilton of hip-hop. Hobson called him that a long time ago. I believe that. I'm obliged to believe that. He like the Paris Hilton of hip-hop. But I tell you this, bro. He connected to some shit, bro, so he got some knowledge, but he say Shannon Sharpe might be headed to prison. Let's get into the content.
Shannon Sharpe being sued for $50 million.
Ooh-wee. I mean, at first I didn't know much about it, but I'm starting to hear more and more and get more and more information. And it's not looking good for the boy Shay Shay. There's a recording out where she's saying something about, yeah, I guess we're going to have to go out because I don't want to get choked and all this type of shit. And he's basically admitting to choking her and well, if you didn't do the shit you did or some shit like that. But then I'm hearing that there's a tape that's out there. Now, I haven't seen this tape, but someone that I know says they have seen this tape. They said, and in this tape, apparently he is girl and railing her from the back. You know what I mean? And I don't think it was from the back in the kitty cat. I think he was hitting her in the shitter. And he was choking her or some shit in the video. Now, from what I hear, he's saying that there's a longer piece to the video, and I guess maybe it shows that she's with that shit. I don't know, but my man who said he saw it says it didn't look good. It don't make him look good. Yeah, I don't know how they was able to see it, but they seen a clip of it. And told me it wasn't a good look for Mr. Sharpe in this clip.
Video of Shannon Sharpe choking Gabrielle Zuniga and sodomizing her brutally, bro. Hollywood is just weird like that. When the tape exists, trust me, it's gonna be out there and people gonna be watching it. I don't know if Lord Jamar actually seen the tape. You know, when a nigga say my friends, that means he done seen it, bro. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real, and maybe not. But the tape is out there. On top of that, they got audio. Big Block Man chokes little white woman. He said that was gonna be the caption if he took her out and she started that bullshit, bro. She said she don't like to be choked. He said, well, you have no choice in the matter. Look, bro, I hate to say it, but when I originally seen Tony Busby was on this case, I thought it was all bullshit. Why? Because he don't never have his shit in order. He don't never have his shit ready to go, bro. You can't believe nothing that Tony Busby be saying half the time, bro. Especially how easy he didn't let Jay-Z off. But turns out Jay-Z was badgering the witness, knew a location, all type of shit. Real shit did his victory lap way too fast because they spinning a block for Jay-Z right now. You know what I mean? But Tony Busby got him one. I do believe he got on one with old Shannon Sharpe, bro. After they seen the evidence, the lawyers had already offered $10 million. You need to pay that. Gabrielle Zuniga didn't want $10 million. She wanted 50. You know what I mean? Real shit. After all the evidence get to rolling out, she might want the whole 100. They say Shannon Sharpe got like 100 million. She want that whole ball. She want that whole thing. You know what I mean? Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. And he might be going to prison because why? Las Vegas already said they looking into it. You know what I mean? It's too much going on, especially when you hear this man talking. Big Black Man chokes Lily White Woman. They people don't want to hear that. That man might be headed straight to fucking prison, and it'll serve his ass right because they was trying to warn him for years. Jaguar Wright tried to warn him. Charleston White tried to warn him. Cat Williams tried to warn him. Leave them young girls alone. He didn't want to listen. Yeah, Unc didn't want to listen. You know what I mean? So, unfortunately, Unc don't get what he deserved. He done already been asked to step down from ESPN. That's how they do, bro. They come for everything you own. You know what I mean? Everything. I wouldn't be surprised if, as the case develops, some go on with Club Shay Shay. He ain't gonna be able to afford to be able to sit there with them people every day and pay them. Drop it in the comments, man. But he might be headed to prison. this one ain't looking good, bro. Drop it in the comments. Cross from the playground, like, share, subscribe. You know what I mean? This whole thing, bro, it's 2025. I just sit back and wonder who's next. You know what I mean? Who's next? Who's gonna get shot? Who's gonna get robbed? Who they gonna take down for sexual abuse? Who's doing this? Who's doing that, bro? All you gotta do is sit back. Sit back. It's gonna always be some content, because these niggas gonna always do some weird, stupid ass shit, and a nigga like me gonna have to get on there and talk about it. I'm just being honest. I'm just being real, bro. Y'all drop it in the comments. Cross from the playground, like, share, subscribe, nigga. Peace.
If they throw it, I'ma catch it or play the game like Tetris. I'm one of a kind rap, people tell me I'm a clip. I've been working 24 hours, summertime to winter. I ain't really at the chill, it gotta be about business.
Go Yayo say everything about Sauce Walka, Albert Mundane Walker. It's fake. Faker than a $3 bill. You know what I mean? Ain't one real bone in his body, bro. Look, I've been telling people this about Albert. He's just a character. He's like MC Gusto. Got that, unfortunately, you know what I mean? Got that style from J Money, but he was the one that got the style and he took it to the next level. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. But yeah, Gilzo out of jail. Go Yayo. He's free, so you can't say free Yayo no more. But I will say this, bro. I wasn't even a fan of him back in the day, but the way he handled them trying to cancel him and play him and came back, look, 6 months later, this is a totally different guy. And they might have gave him everything he needed to go way above them. Why? He's natural, bro. He admitted that he ain't never had nothing, bro. He ain't never had nothing. He don't even like rapping like that. Just good at it and make his money doing it. Look, most of the time he's just thugging. But he say that Albert Walker, something different, something strange, and will do something strange for a piece of change. Look, let's get into the content, man. He go yeah.
I go back to jail. Hey, he told me, they pray a nigga do me like they did my brother. You know what I'm saying?
Is that real, huh? I mean, do you blame Sauce like single-handedly for the fact that you're so blackballed out here or out in Texas?
Hell no.
It's just general.
He ain't got that much power.
Okay.
He ain't nobody to even be doing that. He just a bitch ass to try to push agendas like that though. He going I hate Yayo campaigns. Oh, you don't fuck with Yayo? I don't fuck with that nigga either. Them do shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like even then, back then, like when I was cool with Walka and shit like that, I always still shout out to Pluto and Thug and shit like that. I stayed up out of that, but I would never just go over there and just run to them niggas on some shit, cause now that I'm beefing with you type shit, you know what I'm saying? Even though I do Thug. But I'm saying I would never just run to your ops. So I'd never run to a enemies just on some riding ass shit, cause I don't like a nigga. You know what I'm saying? That shit gay. Just can't fuck with me, man. That's gay. And them niggas is pussy punks.
Where you on Sauce Walka beef? Cause y'all was cool at one point, but then they say y'all started beefing over a catchphrase or some shit.
Man, that nigga know why I don't fuck with that nigga.
So it's not
know what it is. He just a bitch ass. He do shit bitches do. That nigga's a hoe. So he don't got nothing. There's nothing real about the nigga. Everything about the nigga fake, man. He's just not a real nigga. We just don't mix. That's why he like my ops. You know what I'm saying?
But y'all was cool at one point, and then supposedly the scoot up catchphrase or some shit like that. Nigga said that you started saying it, and
nah, that's just too many blogs you don't watch. This the reason with that scoot up shit ain't had nothing to do with Walk. People just tie in when my brother got killed in Houston, when Bran got killed, long live Bran. People tie that shit in with Walk because I immediately went to tripping with Walk after that. But that just, I was already on some them Houston anyway type shit, you know what I'm saying? So that's what made me even just press the gas on Walk. You know what I'm saying? That's just the way I been feeling and the way he been feeling. You know what I'm saying? It's just, I brought it to the light. It was just like that, you know what I'm saying? To the world, we was keeping like, we fuck around still, but really he was my brother. I been drew the line. Chuck, you come to forward, Chucky and them is who you fucking with. I had you down bad. My brother in the next room will tell you, nigga, I had him down bad in my hood. Like, nigga, before we even filed out, my little bro didn't want to do that to him. He out there kicking, cause when you with me, I give it to him. When I was in Houston, I thugged this hard with him in Houston too. Like when I'm in Houston, I with you, so I'm just relaxed and good, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So when you was in forward with me, you good, just like that, to where, bro, my niggas done left.
So I done left. So my pot and them still on the shit like tat to tail, like, hey, bro, it ain't sweet like that over here, bro. Gay and them gone, you should go and pull out too. You know what I'm saying? And really, they want to do that to you. But out of respect for me, they don't. You know what I'm saying? Like, stop playing like you know when you come fuck with the niggas out here who it really is. You can't move how you want to move out here beefing with me. You know that. You know what I'm saying? And then I tried to let you make it. I came home and I wasn't even saying you bitch ass. Now you still roll my dick. You know what I'm saying? When an interview with you, that shit over with. Ooh, come on, dick ride. I ain't said nothing about this man. He just went to dick ride. So now I went to expose him. You know what I'm saying? I went to expose him. That's just how it go, man. Some niggas old.
Do you see that argument that I got into with Sauce where I told him I'm gonna go with Go Yayo, and I heard he was really not happy with me saying that to him.
Smart. You smart. But I'm saying this. Who you trying to make believe that shit? That shit over with. We millionaires. All right, well, cool. I just got out of prison. You know what I'm saying? Went back. I just been out of prison again 10 days. And I'm lit, you know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. They can't fuck with me. They don't like that shit. They want me to fall off. And since they put me on an island by myself, they thought I was gonna drown. You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm really a star. And I ain't never had nothing. Swift, my first manager. I ain't never had no manager. Hey, you talking about, nigga? I was going in the motherfucking me label deals and shit by myself, one deep. 19, 20 years old, niggas can't fuck with me. Hey, you talking about, nigga? I don't give a fuck about no rap. I'm just good at it.
Yeah, I'm gonna admit to you, and I feel real bad saying this, that like I had very conflicted feelings during the pandemic because one of my most listened to.
Look, I think I'm one of the best to judge this situation. Why? Because I'm neither for or against neither side. You know what I mean? Yeah, I ain't got no dog in the fight, bro. That means I could properly judge this thing for what it is. I'm gonna tell you like this, bro. Everything I've ever known from Go Yayo, and I've never even just been a fan of. I'm not a fan of a man, bro. I'm a man. You know what I mean? Real shit. Scars from the playground. Check out the music. I'm a fan of myself. You know what I mean? You will be too once you tune in. But look here, bro. Everything I've ever seen in Go Yayo has always been real, bro. As a matter of fact, he's been a little too real. Even 6 months ago, before he got arrested, my nigga, I was thinking that about his Say Cheese interview. I say, boy, this boy here too real, too emotional, bro. It's like 6 months later, we seeing a whole different Yak Yizzle, and I gotta respect that. I gotta salute that, bro. Everybody thought this man was gonna get out of jail and fall again. You know what I mean? He's only been out 10 days, bro. Everybody thought he was gonna fall again and wind up back in there. But the man we meeting 6 months later, the bearded Go Yayo, coming back showing people that he got sense, bro. This is why this man is natural. As far as Albert is faker than a $3 bill, bro. I end up calling him MC Gusto. MC Gusto is in CB4. If nobody ever seen a movie, Chris Rock played MC Gusto. You know what I mean? Well, MC Gusto got arrested and Chris Rock stole his life. This is pretty much the same thing that happened with Albert and J Money. J Money got shot, Albert took the sauce and took it to the next level. You know what I mean? We can say that. But it's on Albert, it's not in Albert, bro. That hit different. It's supposed to be in you, not on you, bro. Meaning, you could strip a man of everything. What's left of him is that man, you know what I mean? Meaning, if all your shit comes from diamonds and material shit, bro, materialistic shit, you've lost already. Yeah, you got to do all this shit to acquire this, to inspire that, but it's on you, bro. It's not in you. Meaning, you can't even survive without this shit, bro. A nigga look at you as the funny little walking Albert that you have been, you know what I mean? But like I said, I ain't got no dog in the fight, bro. I'm neither for or against neither one, you know what I mean? But I have to admit, I like Go Yayo. That's just what it is, bro. I like Go Yayo, and I know Go Yayo say he was already against Houston niggas, but I ain't just no Houston nigga. I'm a Texas nigga, you know what I mean? Beaumont, Houston, you know, bro, I'm pretty much everywhere. And then don't even stop there. Don't limit me to just Texas, fam. I'm nationwide, you know what I mean? I'm Mr. Universal, fam. Meaning, He ain't talking about niggas like me. He talking about niggas that beefing with Fort Worth, Houston. I'm not with all that shit. This 2025, that type of shit ain't cool. No more. No more. Which it never really been cool. Y'all drop it in the comments. I like this Yak Izzle guy. I like him. You know what I mean? Got his head on the show. That's all it's about, bro. Being real. You ain't got to be sprayed on like cologne. You know what I mean? Yeah, you got to be sprayed on like cologne, because niggas like me see straight through that shit. Yeah, he's right about Albert. But we have to salute Albert, because despite Albert being faker than a $3 bill, he was able to do all that zesty shit and get his money. Like, we can't say what's wrong, what's right. If the zesty shit ain't for you, it ain't for me. It's for Albert. He can make his money with the OnlyFans shit. I'm all for it, bro. Yeah, I'm all for it, because niggas do strange shit for that change, bitch. You know what I mean? Let's just be honest. Let's just be real, but it ain't about me to crucify a man for how he make his ends. You know what I mean? He want to be a Sauce twin, let him be a Sauce twin. This ain't about Albert. You know what I mean? This ain't about that. You know what I mean? Let him do whatever he do. Everybody got a choice, bro. You got a choice. You want to do the testy shit, or you want to do be real. You want to do sprints, or you want to run a marathon. You want to be all money in, or you want to spend money to try to make them like you. You know, everything just hit different. That's what we had with the Go Yayo versus Sauce Walka. One is trill, one so not. You know what I mean? Yeah, but he's still, both of them still black men that's just figuring their way off in life. So we gotta salute that. I gotta commend both of the brothers for even getting traction and gaining the attention, fam. I'm just being honest. I'm just being real. Look, y'all drop it in the comments, man. Scores from the playground.
If they throw it, I'ma catch it to play the game like Tetris. I'm one of a kind rap. People tell me I'm a clip. I've been working 24 hours, summertime to winter. I ain't really at the chill, it gotta be about business.
Sauce Walka, Albert Mundane Walker, the Nas setting up Say So P. And I'm obliged to believe him. Why, bro? Because you can't really just put murder on nobody. It's wrong, fam. One may never know if Say So P was stealing from drug dealers or not. You know what I mean? But let's just be honest. Let's just be real, bro. To still be talking about this and putting Walker in a position like, oh, he didn't act right. The man explaining why he didn't act right, bro. Yeah, bro, this ain't about me not liking somebody and spewing the wrong facts, bro, but it's the content. You gotta run the content, bro. So let's run the content and hear what Sauce Walka is saying, bro. It's on you whether you believe him or not. Drop it in the comments. But like I said, bro, I'm obliged to believe Albert Walker on this one. You know what I mean? Yeah, I think Albert is a lot of things, but the character is the character, bro. People want to see you hurt. They want to see you cry. But you have to learn that you must keep going, bro. Unfortunately, when you come from where we come from, Houston, Beaumont, Texas, Dallas, Fort Worth, you see a whole lot of murder. You know, a whole lot of murder, bro. I done lost so many friends, bro. And yes, it does desensitize you to that shit, bro. You lose your emotions and you don't know how to be. You just know, like, bro, I ain't shed a tear. I done lost so many people, bro. I ain't shed a tear in like 3-4 years. You know what I mean? I dropped 10 tears a year, bro. Point blank, period. So when these funerals come around and I'm not there, people wonder, like, why? It's because, bro, I got to keep going. The world ain't gonna stop or ain't gonna give you a pat on the ass or an attaboy because you're hurt, bro. People are just gonna use that against you. So let's get into the content and hear what Albert Walker has to say. Like I said, make your judgment after you give him a chance, bro. Just give him a chance. Everybody that subscribed to me or will watch this video, give Albert a chance on this. Like I said, I'm obliged to believe everything he's saying about not having nothing to do with Say So P. You know what I mean? I don't know about the Get Back now. Them being found in Houston was very weird to me, but guess what? It is what it is, bro. It's all street shit. When it becomes street shit, bro, you got to separate yourself from it. This ain't no regular civilian. This is some street thug shit, you know what I mean? Meaning, once you say it's about drugs, Cops ain't looking into it no more. Sauce is good, bro. Let that shit go. You know what I mean? Let that shit go, or more is gonna happen. Let's get into the content.
I think that anybody in their right mind would feel a little bit relief, right? Like that somebody got taken away and took somebody from you. But do you feel relief, or do you feel just kind of like exactly what you're saying? It's, you know, part of the game.
I never feel relief, but at the end of the day, I ain't supposed to be happy that the universe and karma gave the same judgment that was given to my brother to somebody else. But at the end of the day, shit, what I'm supposed to do. Like I told you, I'm gonna continue to be happy and enjoy my life regardless of whatever the outcome is. So at the end of the day, it's like there's people that enjoy my pain, people that laughed about my pain and celebrated my pain, celebrated my loss. So at the end of the day, I'm just happy that the universe continues to bless me and work for me and to see me have the last laugh and see me still to be able to live and go home and feed my family, see my kids, represent my brother's legacy. I don't know nothing about nothing. Shit wild to me. The whole everything about this shit is wild as fuck to me. But at the end of the day, it's
Let me ask you this.
I feel like the same way how they say you can't never let them see you sick. It's like everything that people want me to be hurt and sad or scared of, I'm not scared of shit. I'm not hurt by nothing. I understand the life that I live and what comes with it. And I think everybody should understand it and be responsible for their shit too.
I respect it because you spoke on the interview already.
Way before I went through it, I said, nigga, I be killed, the nigga shoot me, don't sit up there and cry with me if I'm living around it. And my dog, I spoke and was like,
you definitely broke it down damn near exactly, and you lived it.
Yeah, so, like I said.
So knowing you, right, you're creative. The reason why this exists, right?
I ain't the biggest fan of Albert Walker. Niggas know that. I was rocking with Blicker. You know what I mean? Blicker was my nigga, bro. I was rocking with Blicker. Everything Blicker was saying about Sauce Walker, Albert, I mean, with the zesty shit, I was rocking with that. You know what I mean? I don't understand what goes on behind the scenes, bro. But other than Albert stole his style from J Money, we already know all that, bro. We already know it. You know what I mean? But Albert is gonna keep going. You know what I mean? On top of that, I have to be honest, man. The man surpassed J Money. He stole it. That was, bro. Everything, nothing is original, bro. These days, nothing is original. You always gonna get it from somebody. It's too many people out there to think you created it, bro. Point blank, period. There's too many people out there, and if you do get the chance to create something, people are gonna take it. Why? Because you have invented it to the world. Sauce, Albert Walker took that shit and ran with it. That's the sad truth, you know what I mean? And I like J Money. You know what I mean? I like him, you know what I mean? But the truth is, nigga gotta salute Albert for his games, bro. You got to salute a nigga for his wins and his games. The man is gonna keep going. Despite never having a hit record. And I know a lot of people gonna say, bro, he fuck on Albert now? I ain't the fucking with him like that, but I just gotta be real. This is how you know. I'm not biased, you know what I mean? I have no bias against these people, bro. It's just like when you do wrong, gotta spank you. When I think you should be saluted, I'ma salute you, my nigga. Point blank, period. I'ma salute you, and it ain't nothing about being friendly, cause I still knock a nigga out. You know, you might do one thing that'll make me like, oh yeah, but if you do another bad thing, bro, I'm still on your ass. It's just like that, bro. We real niggas in Houston, Texas, period. You know what I mean? We real out here, bro. You must learn how to survive with me, and that means whatever I say, nigga, you gotta learn how to take it. You know what I mean? You gotta learn how to take it and make it. You know what I mean? Don't let it break you, bro. Yeah. Don't let it break you because it didn't make you. So Albert Walker never having a hit record but still being somehow in hip-hop and considered a hip-hop artist, you know what I mean? I gotta salute it, bro, because dude ain't really got no skill on that mic. can't really rap. You know what I mean? Point blank period. Can't really rap. Everybody can't just come out the gate and spit some shit for you. You know what I mean? That's where scars from the playground come into play at. You know what I mean? Look, bro, I lost everything I had. Don't need you to feel bad for me. My comeback mission is full of strategy. I made it through my situation. I'm everything I had to be. I never took a handout. Got everything naturally. I've been in the studio working and trying to master it. It took a couple years to kill him, but now I'm gaining casualties. My name ring bells from H-Town to Minneapolis. My name ring bells from H-Town to Minneapolis. They capped in and capped now. I'm really working on having it. Been loyal since the use of this honesty. I'm not having it. I got the world in my palm. Stop hating and watch me grab it. I died to give my kids the world to tell you stories about their daddy. One Saturday morning, I think in January, I was broke as hell, thinking I get my tax in February, had to sit in jail, no cells, no call of commissary. Look, bro, I be going, you know what I mean? That's how you know it's freestyle. When a nigga fuck up on it, that's how you know it's freestyle. But a nigga can go all day, you know what I mean? All day, bro. Shout out to Albert Walker. Like I said, despite not even having a talent on that mic like that, the boy ran it up, whether it was on OnlyFans, zesty content or not, bro. And nigga ain't against the LGBT community. People just got to be honest with what they doing, bro. You got to be honest with what you're doing. But like I said, he ain't had nothing to do with Say So P. I'm going to go there. You know what I mean? I'm going to go there. He ain't had nothing to do with Say So P because even when I do the content, I must remind myself, bro, you can't just put murder on a nigga when he say he didn't do it. You know what I mean? I believe him, point blank period. I believe him. I don't think he had nothing to do with it. The boy did collect that insurance money though. I guess you could say who wouldn't, you know what I mean? Who wouldn't collect it, put it on it. But Sauce Albert, hopefully you gave that $1 million to the family. You know what I mean? Give that to him because you could run that bag up easily, bro. Go make you some more zesty content. You know what I mean? Point blank period. Whether or not he set up Say So P, I don't think it happened like that. Yeah, I don't think it just happened like that. Who knows? You know what I mean? Who knows what happened? But I don't think, nah. You know what I mean? Upon further, and they still talking about it, bro. So I go through the motions of this shit, bro. As the information comes out, you will see a nigga switch up. You know what I mean? It's normal. You know what I mean? Because you believe it's this way until you realize it ain't, bro. We all make mistakes, bro. We only human. You know what I mean? Whenever I make a mistake or I may falter, please count it as me being fucking human. You know what I mean? Shout out to Albert Walker. I don't like him, not like that. You know what I mean? But I kind of like him. He's entertaining, bro. That's all that matters. He's entertaining, and he's from Houston. Point blank period. Houston has to learn how to stand together, just like everybody else, bro. We gonna continue to lose. We got Slim Thug going viral every day for saying the stupidest shit. You know what I mean? Saying the dumbest shit in the world. How much longer are we gonna let it go on? You know what I mean? Unite. H-Town need to unite. They talking about the whole Texas movement. But if you gonna really be about uniting Texas, find the talent that's really in Texas, bro. But just fucking with the same old niggas thinking that that's how it's gonna play. You got to reshake it up, bro. You got to shake up them players. That roster, that hip-hop roster in Houston ain't working. It ain't working, bro. Unfortunately. We got Kurt Randall, trash, you know what I mean? Muhammad Ali, zero, music, trash, you know what I mean? Albert Walker, music, trash, you know what I mean? Propane, dope. Propane probably one of the dopest artists in Houston, bro. I'm going to be honest with you. And that's coming from me, bro. In Houston, Propane has been holding it down. Him and another nigga I like, but he passed away, was B King. B King was holding it down, you know what I mean? Drop it in the comments, bro. Toby the Wigwig, too African. You know what I mean? Too African. His shit is too... all the robes and shit, everything is just the same, bro. It's the gimmick has went way too far. If Toby the Wigwig came out and rapped like he was really from the Southwest again, you know what I mean? Like reality. Nigga, Houston would be all the way up. You know what I mean? But yeah. We gotta unite, bro. We have to unite like the West Coast. You know what I mean? Got to unite like the West Coast. Look how Kendrick Lamar went to the hood and put all them niggas on. They wasn't good after that, allegedly. But at least he did what he was supposed to do, bro. Gave them some type of attention that they was supposed to maneuver and go through the city and become something. But a lot of them didn't, bro. Drop it in the comments, but we got to do better. We got to do better. It starts off by clearing Albert's name, letting that man continue to play the game. Point blank, period. Scars from the playground. I'm just being honest. I'm just being real. And like I said, I don't even like... He's like MC Gusto to me. It's on him, not in him. That makes it hit different. Albert Walker is like MC Gusto. But get what? I don't think he had nothing to do with this. He ain't stupid. You know what I mean? He's far from fucking stupid. Albert is a character. Character, bro. If you look at the old footage of Albert Mundane Walker, the boy was talking about all type of black power shit in them raps. That's when his skill was way up here. Before he got on, before he became that character and started acting like he do, bro, his lyrical ability was way up here, bro. Top fucking tier. But unfortunately, people didn't want to hear it, so he made the whole soft shit, and I didn't like that shit. Yeah, he could have kept that soft shit. Wipe that soft shit off your motherfucking lips. Point blank, period. You need to go by Albert. You know what I mean? Really, so you need to go by Albert. You know, Sauce Walker is cool. You know what I mean? It's his name. You know what I mean? But I'm afraid he's going to always have to live up to something he's not with that name. Scars from the Playground. Y'all like, share, subscribe. Peace.
If they throw it, I'ma catch it to play the game like Tetris. I'm one of a kind rap. People tell me I'm a clipper. I've been working 24 hours, summertime to winter. I ain't really at the chill, it gotta be about business. Big
Look, NBA Youngboy has finally shown himself. You know what I mean? He's finally revealed himself, and he's not doing the young thug. He's not wearing the mask like Jackson kids. He's not doing that, bro. He's showing himself, and the fans are happy to see him. They swarmed NBA Youngboy in the mall. Let's get into the content, fam. Look at YB.
YB. YB. Yo, YB. What's up? YB.
Bro, I'm just happy to see YB looking good and in great spirits. Everybody already seen him bury the hatchet with Boosie. A lot of people know he done donated some money to get old boy out. You know what I mean? We ain't gonna say no names. This ain't about that. You know what I mean? But I will say this. I'm glad to see YB healthy and happy, bro. That's the only thing that matters, man. Healthy and happy. Now, it was a little picture that came out on him. And he had like a little ferret or something sitting on his shoulders. You know what I mean? Made me look at him quite different. I thought he had aged so badly, bro, in the little time that he was in jail. So yeah. I had to get him. You know what I mean? I had to get him. Even if I like somebody, bro, I gotta run the content, bro. That what make me feel bad about the job. That what make this job so bad sometimes. You know what I mean? It's be some people that I like, but I be like, bro, wish he wouldn't have did that. That was what that picture with YB, bro. But look here, fans love YB. Everybody got a mutual respect for the young boy. You know what I mean? Real shit. And he's a grown man, but everybody got a mutual respect for YB. You know what I mean? Happy to see him back out there. For the fans, they waiting on this tour. He's not going on tour with Raw Wave anymore. No mas. You know what I mean? That's over. He's gonna go on his own tour. It's gonna be an American tour all around the U.S. later on this year, at the end of the year. OG Tree has already confirmed that. So if you want to see YB, you're gonna have to wait a minute. You just wait a minute, give it a little second. Let the man just be free. Let him be happy. The music gonna come. You know what I mean? I only hope, pray that this music is back like that other shit. You know what I mean? Like that other shit. That shit that made you like, damn. Look at YB. You know what I mean? Real shit. This man had grown man emotions at 16, and he knew how to talk about them. One thing that made me always like YB is the love that he had for his grandmother. I lost my grandmother about 14, 15 years old. Changed my life forever. So when I hear this man talk about the love he had for his grandmother, I have to salute that. You know what I mean? Real shit. And this man been going through the emotions since a child. That has made everybody like YB. I just pray everybody leave him alone and let him get back to making the great music. Cause it kind of fucked me up with the bullshit. You know, yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. It kind of fucked me up with the bullshit because he was in that bitch rambling, trying to get it off. But that's being an artist, bro. You got to relieve that pressure, bro. Yeah, when you get it out of you, it relieves the pressure. That's all YB was doing. Now he's been sitting in the clank, thinking that it was gonna be over for him. The man had like 63 charges, 63. Despite Whack 100 them saying that man was snitching and everything, ain't no paperwork ever came out. We don't know what happened. But he got his second chance, bro. And it looks like, it appears that he got his second breath. So I'm willing to see what YB is gonna bring to this game because he's always led the pack, bro. I'm just keeping it a buck. I'm just being honest. I'm just being real. Look, y'all drop it in the comments, man. Shout out NBA Youngboy. Yeah, I played with him. No diddy. Just like I do everybody else. But that's my guy. Don't get it twisted, man. That's my guy. You know what I mean? Real shit. Scars from the playground, man. Like, share, subscribe. Look, we going up. If you listening to this through audio, I ain't said it in a while, bro. If you listening to this through audio, I'm pointing north. You can't tell, baby. If you can't tell, then you must be half blind, crippled, or crazy. Man, look at me. You know what I mean? Look at everything. This is me. Smell the air. Smell nice out here. Taste the air. Did the air taste good out here, bro? This is spring air. This is not like East Side Houston air anymore. That's what people don't understand. This is spring air. Drop it in the comments, bro. Scars from the playground. Shout out YB. Like I said, if you're waiting on that tour, OG Tree confirmed. Later on this year. Later on this year, Baby Joe. NBA Youngboy, you was talking about him thinking you stole, I think it was like 75,000. Now it's time to come out. Tell YB what happened to that money. Clear it up. You know what I mean? Well, I ain't know about it until you did an interview. I think it was on Witty Apparatus. You know what I mean? I didn't know about that till you did the interview on Witty Apparatus, bro. Now, talk about it to where YB could hear it, bro. That's be way more respect. Niggas want to know. Yeah, niggas want to know what was really going on in there. You put it out there to the world. Inquiring mind want to know. You know what the fuck I want to know, nigga. Don't play with my motherfucking mind. Where that 75K went. You know what I mean? This shit. Everybody want to know. Look, shout out NBA Youngboy. Shout out whatever he did with his money when he donated. That they say that 200K. You know what I mean? Shout out that boy. Shout out this new CD with him and Lil Boosie. This bitch is gonna jam. All they gotta do is really be in a rap bag and it's gonna be a classic. Instant classic. I'm willing to bet. Drop it in the comments. Southside still holding, bro. Scars from the playground. Like, share, subscribe, nigga. Peace.
If they throw it, I'ma catch it to play the game like Tetris. I'm one of a kind rap. People tell me I'm a clip. I've been working 24 hours, summertime to winter. I ain't really at the chill, it gotta be about business.
Motree explains how he got people to listen to his music. Look, a lot of people need to hear this, bro, because there's so many people. They got it. Yeah, you got something, bro. You got something, but you gotta walk in it with confidence, bro. You gotta know you got something, you know what I mean? So you gotta be strategic on how you get these people to listen, bro. Let's jump into the content. R.I.P. Motree. But that man, if he would have survived Yellow Bees is sorry, you know what I mean? If he really survived Yellow Bees' attack, you know what I mean? That man would be on top of Mount Rushmore right now. That's just beyond the rap Rushmore, Mount Rushmore. Drop it in the comments, but let's get into the content, bro.
Every time I meet somebody, I can just meet you. I ain't know you. Let me hear you say something about some rap. Are you be rapping? I'm gonna ask you, let me hear your shit first. Hey, let me hear your shit. Okay, cool. Now listen to mine. Damn, bro, you go hard. Appreciate it, fool. Yeah, my name O3, fool. Listen to me. I'm gonna drop a mixtape one day, so but shit, just remember my name. Look, go to YouTube. My name, M03. No E. M03. I did that for years. I walk up to you. Nigga, I used to be in the clip in Motown. And all my partners up there, look at Mike right here. When he got out the pen, man, he come in the studio, who is this nigga in here? At first I was looking like, damn, he hating. But he saying it like, damn, he going hard in a bitch. Who is this? Spliffing him in there on the beats. Courtney beating him in there, stubbly, all of them in there. Yeah, this little nigga from the North, fool, he just been coming to the clip and rapping with that because they gave me studio time when nobody out here didn't want to.
Teaching y'all how to promote. He teaching y'all about marketing. You could be the dopest nigga in the world, bro. And that's just facts. You could be the dopest nigga in the world, the best rapper in the world. But if you don't do your proper promoting and marketing, you're gonna go nowhere. Nowhere, bro. It's 2025, bro. You gotta get out there. All that, I'm not a rapper, you know what I mean? But you making music, that ain't gonna work. You have to be a rapper and you gotta fully commit. Sometimes you gotta bang a nigga over the head with your shit, bro. Listen to this, you know what I mean? But Motree gave you, listen to theirs first. This just about being humane, you know what I mean? Yeah, humane. Let me listen to your shit, then you sneak your track in. Yeah, listen to this. He said, I need that M-O tree, not E. Put that tree in there. You know what I mean, bro? That's what you gotta do. Niggas are haters, bro. First of all, even in your same city, my nigga, they don't rock this bitch like Atlanta. Yeah, this ain't rock like Atlanta. Atlanta, bro, if they hear you rapping in Atlanta, everybody gonna get behind you. You know what I mean? The city fucking with that. Other cities, you know what I mean? They don't want to set a fan base. Even Kurt Cobain wouldn't put Albert Walker on when Albert Walker was coming out. You know what I mean? Why? You don't want to, that's why they had a little riff back in the day. But you don't want to share your fan base, bro. You feel like that's your plate. You don't want nobody else to eat off your plate, even if you're not even eating, bro. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. I hate to throw it out there like that for Houston, but this is Texas, bro. Texas, do not stick with Texas. Look what happened with Dallas. All of them were from Dallas, Fort Worth. Beefing, you know what I mean? Over some shit they ain't have to be beefing about because there's enough money to go around for everybody. I'm gonna say that again, bro. It's enough money to go around for everybody. But the problem in the black community is nigga pull up in that 2025 BMW, Bentley, whatever you want to call it. You know what I mean? Pull up in that, bro. You don't want to see the nigga to the side of you with the same car. That's gonna make you feel bad. Like you feel like you gotta step your game up. You want to see that nigga on the side of you and something like 20 years older, 10 years older. That makes you feel confident. That makes you feel like you're the boss. You're the big man on campus. But nigga, that's a weakness. That is a weakness, bro. It's in you, not on you. First of all, that's just some material shit. If all that makes you into the man that you think you are, you wasn't shit to start. You've already lost, bro. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. But come on, my nigga. You being great is measured how great you can make the people around you, not how much you could do for yourself. That's where they get this shit twisted at. That's why the world is so like fucked up right now. Everybody wanna, I'm great. No, you're not, bro. You're selfish. That's what I'm calling you real shit. Drop it in the comments, bro. You're not great. You're selfish. You found a way to the money, but you don't lead everybody else to the money. You rather keep them thirsty. You know what I mean? Real shit, bro. You could teach a man, you could give a man a fish, but if you teach him how to fish, he'd survive forever. I'm just being honest. I'm just being real, bro. Look, bro, shout out Motree. Sometimes you gotta bang a nigga over the head with that shit. Then they'll finally realize it. Like, man, he do got something, you know what I mean? But if you ain't marketing and promoting, they don't want to see you get out there, bro. You know what I mean? Real shit. I buy me some ball main, but you can't buy that shit with no small change. I earned a living from jacking niggas, dog, but I'm like 90% change. I've been in the 8th and 6th grade when nigga, I'm welcome to hood when niggas ain't. I'm respected because I move solo, nigga. That's how I built my name. Yeah, niggas talking name, but I need the money, not the fame. I've been on the search for sunny days lately, but all I see is rain. It's 2025, rappers don't last long, everybody getting sprayed. My city getting dragged to say we set niggas up, but that ain't the case. I don't know shit about no TDE, and next time we support Drake. I made it from the hood to Hollywood, I did it the J. Prince way. It's about respect, they underestimate my connections to the West. I can love everywhere I'm at. Look, scars from the playground, bro. Yeah, sometimes you gotta beat a nigga over the head with shit. They tried to hold me back a long time ago, bro. I couldn't even get a beat from the wackest producers, you know what I mean? Couldn't even get a feature from Kurt Randall, you know what I mean? All these niggas, hoes, bro. Point blank period, hoes. So when I see Motree talking about how he got creative to get his shit out there, that's what you gotta do, fam. That's what you gotta do, cause they'll leave you in the lows, cause everybody hoes, bro. I'm just being honest, I'm just being real, you know what I mean? Everybody wants to sign somebody. Nigga ain't trying to sign no paperwork with you. Nigga just trying to go viral, you know what I mean? Nigga just trying to get some, man, people don't even be trying to go viral. We just being honest. Niggas be going through shit. The jobs don't be working out. They know they got some shit on the music blast. They be trying to make a little money for their family. Nigga won't help them do that. Ain't nobody gonna help you, bro. Ain't no help in this world. You gotta help yourself. Scores from the playground. Get up off your ass. Get on your feet. Real shit. Cover some land, nigga. Go cover some land. Don't come back until you cover some motherfucking land, bro. If you an artist, bro, you should be letting niggas, people got to see you, bro. At least once a day. If you could do it 20, 30 times a day, even better. But they got to see you at least once, bro. Drop it in the comments. Shout out Motree. They did that boy bad. You know what I mean? Did him bad. Horrible. And the world may never know what actually happened to Motree. Y'all drop it in the comments, man. Scores from the playground.
If they throw it, I'ma catch it to play the game like Tetris. I'm one of a kind rap. People tell me I'm a clip. I've been working 24 hours, summertime to winter. I ain't really at the chill, it gotta be about business.